Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Series 5 of Master League Story Mode. Now before we do anything, before I even breathe, before I even shed the tear for Mason Mount, I'm going to go and do the squad numbers. Yes, the moment you've all been waiting for. Possibly the most exciting part of this series. I know how keen you've been for me to get this done, so I will do. So first of all, Peacock Farrell. We're going to give him only the number 1 shirt. Don't know what the number 2 keeper's going to have. We'll give him just a random 99. Now I did have a lot of suggestions about squad numbers. Thank you for all of those. But what I've actually found is sort of the formula that Marcelo Bielsa uses himself with this formation, with the 3-3-3-1. And he uses what basically is the sort of Argentinian style of player numbering. It's slightly different to the UK and other parts of Europe. This is because originally Argentinian football wasn't really influenced that much by European football. So they sort of found their own way of doing things. And I found the list of exactly how this should pan out. So we can go through this and just do this now. So the number 2 would actually be, in this system, Pontus Jansson. He is, in theory, our sweeper at the moment. So that would fall to him. And then 4 and 6 would be the right stopper and left stopper. So that would be Ayling and Bernardo, 4 and 6. 8 is the right wing back. So that will be Isla. Central defensive midfielder would be Guido Pizarro, so that's fine. Left wing back, Kobos would be number 3. Yeah, that's okay, we got that. Right winger is number 7. So that goes to, well, I guess at the moment, it's probably Jack Harrison. He is our go-to right winger. Playmaker is the number 10. Well, I think we're going to give the number 10 to Mount. Oh, rest in peace, Mason Mount. We hardly knew thee. What a horrible, horrible thing that happened to him. Left winger gets the number 11, so that's Nkudu. And obviously, Maxi Romero is Leeds' number 9. There's no doubt about that. Unfortunately, Paddy Bamford, you're not going to be having that number. We're going to give Paddy the number 13 because he's just so unlucky. Wherever he goes, can't quite get a game. Do you know Patrick Bamford actually had 6 loan moves from Chelsea while still a Chelsea player? That is really quite sad, isn't it? So that's the meat of the numbering. If you've got any suggestions for some of the other players, then let me know. Maybe Pablo will give the number 12. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm sure you'll all be very pleased that we got that done. So obviously in the last episode we had the absolute kick in the balls that was Mason Mount, now out for 15 weeks. Well, it's down to 14 now. That was an absolute body blow. Never had an injury that long. Or if I have, it's not been for years and years. Let me know in the comments what your longest injury in Master League has been. If you can beat that, then I'll be very impressed. We might get him back for the playoffs if we make it there. That's still a long, long way off. We're going to have a quick look at the negotiations before we get any further in. Obviously, with Mount out, you know, we did sort of partly sign Mount because he's just that good. The opportunity arose. And yes, someone did mention, I think it was Kiyu, long-time commenter Kiyu, that I talk a lot about transfers being unrealistic and not doing them well. Yeah, I guess now in the light of Mason Mount being an England international, that probably isn't that realistic really, but this is a slightly alternative universe, and in reality he's one of the many young Chelsea players, one of the many young English Chelsea players who's unlikely to get a game there, and I think a move to a upwardly mobile championship club isn't crazy. Obviously any Premier League team will want to sign him, but I don't know, Marcelo Bielsa, he's got to have some sort of sway in that, but I don't really think it changes the fact that we do need another bit of attacking flair. I think sometimes we looked a little bit out of options. So I've done a lot of off-air scouting and I found this guy, an Argentinian, who I think might be just the right option for us. Let's find him. It's called Brunetta. There he is. Can play as a second striker, attacking midfielder. Great spread of stats. Only 22 years old. Coming in from Belgrano. And we'll see if we can trade anyone that we don't want for him. Yes, we can. A lot of the players who rarely play are options here. Specifically Berardi, who we definitely don't use. I don't think we've played him at all. So we'll try it at just over $1 million. And we'll try and give him a nice load of goal bonuses and stuff like that. At least butter him up with a good contract. We'll get him on 2.5 years. A little bit of a higher salary. Don't know if Belgrano would go for that, but we wouldn't be too unhappy to see Berardi go in the opposite direction. So just as a backup who can play as a striker out on the wing as well. I think he's pretty good. If you've got any other suggestions of some Argentinian or, I don't know, Chilean or any other linked teams, then let me know. I do appreciate the long, long lists, but maybe try and narrow down those lists to the ones you think are particularly good signings for us. Now, Martinez, I think we have decided that we can't really risk selling Patrick Bamford because that would leave us with no reserve striker now. And having to play Saiz as a striker would mean we didn't have anyone in attacking midfield. But we do still want Martinez. He's that quick centre-back who probably would be a more natural sweeper than Pontus Jansson. Question is, I mean, we could sign him. That's the thing. We've got Bamford or maybe Brunetta. Maybe we might get some bids in for players that will mean that we could cancel this and buy him outright. How long do we have till the end of the transfer window? Well, we've got these 2 games today. And then, yeah, so the next episode, we might be able to put a vote on that. Hopefully, we'll know if we can sell any players before the Rotherham game. And that is just before the transfer window finishes. But there we have it, a little bit of admin out of the way, and now we're into the first game of the episode. How many wins have we had in a row, actually? So we won against Preston and against Blackburn, narrowly beat Millwall, we drew against Derby. So we're on a 3-game winning streak. That's not bad. Can we take it to 4? Tricky game away in London. Let's take a look at the sides for this QPR matchup. Everybody looking good except for Isla, who I don't think we can play on a downward arrow, so Klitsch will have to come in his place. He's been pretty good whenever called upon. He is not a player we want to let go, really, if we can help it. Great backup from the bench. Everyone else, I think, will start. Ailing on a downward arrow, not ideal. Quick look at QPR. They've got Connor Washington up front. Good striker. No particularly dangerous-looking players, really. Think this is a game that we should win, but I've said that before and we've been caught out. Let's go. So fans of this series, oh look, it's snowing. Obviously the undersoil heating though here at Loftus Road working very, very well. It's settling pretty well on the sidelines, but on the pitch it's looking luscious and green, which is good. It's not going to affect the game. Anyway, as I was saying, some of you who've watched this channel for a while may be aware of the quiet games where my daughter is asleep. This is one of them, so hopefully it's just a nice easy win. No surprises. You can keep things nice and relaxed and go away with all 3 points. All down the line into Connor Washington. Bernardo's there with him. Has to push him in the corner. Washington's gone past him way too easily there. Shot comes in and it's wide. Bernardo tried to be a bit too conservative there. Tried to push him into touch. Didn't work and we were very nearly caught out there straight away. Saiz. A lot of pressure on him now. With Mount out. Nkudu into Romero. Oh, lovely little chop back into Nkudu. Through on goal now. Georges Kevin. Oh, the low shot. It's off the feet of the keeper. Did really well, though. Pizarro will have a go from distance, and that's well over. Unlucky. Nkudu did really well to fend off the opposing defender. Just couldn't quite finish. Jansson well read, and that's some swift passing there. Saiz finds Romero. Inside to Klitsch. He's seen the run of Nkudu. Little nod inside to Kobos. Low ball in. Looking for Romero. Great effort. Another great save off the feet of the keeper. Bernardo steams through. Klitsch now. Pizarro curls it. What another good save. We've started at quite a pace here. Ball over the top. Kobos will be in a race here with Woslek. Kobos slips. It's a very wet pitch here. Ball into Washington. Oh, and that's too simple. Way too simple there for QPR. Difficult slip here for Kobos. Needs to keep his footing. Ball came back and then it was very easy. Just pass, finish. Ailing looked barely interested there. And that is not a good start. Klitsch, little flicker into Romero is beautiful. Nkudu lays it off. Back into Maxi Romero and there we are, level again. Well, I mean, the goal for QPR was massively against the run of play. This slippy pitch though could well be an issue as it was for Kobos for his goal. But it was sure footing there for Maxi Romero. As he gets us back level. Simple 1-2 play through the centre. As soon as it went through to Nkudu, back from Romero, you knew what was going to happen. Little layoff. Perfectly weighted ball into Maxi Romero. Kept it low, kept it hard. And we're back level here. It's going to be Freeman to take this one. Bernardo aware of the danger from the short corner. Freeman will go short. Luongo's allowed to put it into the box. And what? Oh, Bernardo. The late challenge there. It's totally out of position as well. I'll have a chance to whip this one in. It was a good position, just slightly off from the corner. Oh, and it's an fucking hell, free header there. And QPR go ahead again. Let's take a look at that. Where the fuck was the defence? Awful. Luongo gets the second for QPR. And the defence today has been laughable again for Leeds United. Oh my God, and Washington makes it 3. Far too easy for QPR. Thought we had that there. I really thought we had it. Kobos just couldn't get there, not aware of the run. And then the low ball in. It's totally missed by Bernardo. And this is looking to be a very, very disappointing way to end our winning run. Klitsch sees the run of Romero. Steps back inside and he's fouled edge of the box. Can we get a free kick goal just to give us a chance of going into the half with a little bit of positivity? It's going to be Sami Saiz with Mount out today. Could do with Mason Mount in here today, but we won't need him. And Saiz curls in an absolute beauty. And wearing his new number 14 shirt, he's got to be pleased with that. He has had the number 10 stripped from him by Mason Mount. But he's shown today exactly what he can do from dead ball situations. I mean, Mount is a great free kick taker, but let's not forget Saiz has already scored quite a few. And his ratings are very high. And that's exactly what we needed in our time of need here. Only 2 minutes left in this half. Can we find something? This would be the time to do it. And Kudu, can we do the same thing again? Into Maxi Romero. Squares it. Oh, unselfish. Harrison. No, straight at the keeper. Ah, that should have been it. That was the equaliser there. That's unfortunate. This ball over the top could be very unfortunate as well, as Washington's found a bit of space. Head of Janssen hits it first time. Easy take for Vita Manoni. He can throw out here, and well, we go in at the half, a goal down. We've had to battle back twice. We've had not very much possession, that's concerning. Harrison surely, though, should have made it 3-3. I think we've got more goals in us. I think this game has got a lot of goals in us. Defending seems to be optional today. Can we just do a little bit of defending maybe in the second half? At least one goal. Come on. Oh, Freeman gets the better of Klitsch there. Hansen with a good header away, though. Now Romero into Jack Harrison. He's got Nkudo making a good run. Steps back inside of Longo. That's lovely. Kobos out to Nkudu. Looks back in for the South American. Good hit with the left foot. It's another good save from the QPR keeper. What a great counter-attack that was. That was pure Bielsa there. He'll be enjoying that, but he will need a goal soon. Saiz into Nkudu. Klitsch time to look up and put a very dangerous ball in. Just floating towards the goal there. Saiz, good header. Nkudu! No, no, no. Luongo forced wide by Kobos. Can't win it back though. Angel Rangel. It's a great ball into Freeman. An incredible save by Vita Manoni. What a ball that was. Rangel looked to be going away from goal. Slipped a great through ball in. Took a very good save from the Italian Vita Manoni to prevent us going 4 goals down. Oh my God. Thought Janssen had that header covered. Still somehow they managed to sneak a header in onto the roof of the net. Jesus, this game has been all goals, very little quality. Great pressure there, forcing them into a mistake. And now Saiz lays it off to Pizarro. No options for him, has to go back. Plays it wide to Kobos. He looks up, whips in an early ball, but it's only Jack Harrison in the box. Bidwell's not going to have any problems getting that away. Falls to Klitsch. In today for Isla. Saiz sneaks it into Romero. It's a good effort here. Good hit. Oh, I thought that was going to fall to Nkudu. Harrison keeps it in. Just to take Woslek down the line. Puts a good ball in. Nkudu would have been there, but it's a good bit of defending. 65 minutes gone. We're probing here. We just really need to find a goal soon. Ayling running into the space. Great ball into Saiz. He can pick it up. Puts it in. Looking for Nkudu. Kobos. Oh, it's a hit. But it's straight into the gloves of Joanna Lumley. Deary me. 68 minutes gone. We're running out of time here. Kobos into Saiz. Returns the favour. Into Romero. He'll turn now. Can he get the shot away? He can. Yes. And there's the third. So dangerous with his back to goal, Maxi Romero. QPR players didn't know what to do. It's very difficult to handle over those first couple of yards. Even receiving the ball like this back to goal. That first touch there and the strength just to hold off the QPR player. As the other defenders look for the run of Saiz. And we're back on even terms again. Can we go and win this now? Well, it would be a historic and massive, massive win for our season. To come from behind twice to eventually get all 3 points. Can we manage it? Ayling comes off his line well. Now Harrison. Can he use his trickery late on here? Oh, he's beaten Bidwell really nicely. To the line now. Digs out across with the right foot looking for Romero. Klitsch edge of the box. Sees Hernandez in space. Oh! Petey Pablo, take your shirt off. Petey Pablo, take your shirt off. Throw it around your head like a hat. Yes, get in there. I'm trying to celebrate quietly. Remember what I said? Remember what I said? But difficult to do that when you score the 7th goal of the game to potentially win it here away from home to grab a 3 points. We certainly didn't think we were going to get. It's that man Pablo Hernandez. Definitely questions as to whether we should sell him. But you've got to look at this great ball here from Klitsch. Could have just lumped it into the box, but he spotted Hernandez making a great run. The keeper will be disappointed there. I think that might be the snow affecting his gloves. That's a great ball, especially in the heat of the moment, the very dying embers of this game, to pick out Hernandez at the far post. Klitsch and Hernandez have been great options for us off the bench. They've certainly contributed this season. And Hernandez has scored a couple of big goals, none bigger than this one, I'm sure. So corner here with 86 minutes on the clock. Rather, we didn't have all of our players up, but what we can do about it now. It will be Kobos to whip one in. Jansen's there. Rises for it. Can Romero keep this one alive? No, Rangel gets the better of him. Let's not be caught on the break here. Let's not be caught. Rangel has got a good pass on him. We've done well to track our men there. Haven't we? Have we? No. Manoni. Yes. Right, keep the ball. No need to hurry here, Vito. Don Vito. That was a little bit risky maybe, but now just 2 minutes left. Let's keep the ball. Come on. Smart play here. Glitch. Yes. Harrison. No, no. That's awful. And they will have another chance. No, they won't. Pizarro has gifted the ball. Romero will go home. And he's drawn the foul there. And we can play this one out. What a win this should be. Could be. Still. Oh no, it's done. Kobos to launch it now into the corner. And that should be all she wrote here. Yes, it is. What a win. An incredibly fruitful trip in the end to Loftus Road. In the cold, cold conditions here in January. And we look to be getting a very poor result. Until, well, great play from Romero. So often we've relied on his goals, and no more so than today. Although I'm sure the stats will say that we deserve this one. Yes, we did. I mean, we had more than double the shots on target. Possession in the end was fairly equal. But especially right at the beginning of the game, we were absolutely all over them. And then, yeah, we just turned it up a gear towards the end. I think we always look like we're in this one. And look at those performances. 7s all round. Only Jack Harrison with a 6. He's still struggling a little bit, Jack. He's not showing quite the dynamism that he did early on. Obviously, QPR had a good game as well. We let in some poor goals, to be honest. They weren't really defensive errors so much as we've seen this season, but some of them weren't great. And then P.T. Pablo coming on and scoring the winner. What a substitution that was from Bielsa. So that takes us to 4 wins in a row, and it moves us up into 4th spot. Crucially, 4 points now ahead of 7th place Norwich City. That's where we need to be. This is exactly the form we need to be hitting at exactly the right time. January always a tough part of the season. And we're certainly going to be hit by some tired players for this second game. Only 3 days later. That fixture pile-up, always an issue. Brunetta has gone through. Interesting. Missions have been updated. Oh! And Saï's now injured. That is a double blow. Both of our attacking midfielders now on the injury list. Let's take a look at the Brunetta deal. They'll do it for 1 million with a 500,000 salary and Berardi going the other way. We can certainly do that. Ideally we sell Martinez as well. I guess if we bring in Brunetta, we maybe don't need to keep Bamford. But we do need to find another £1 million from somewhere. That's all we need. That is all we need. Anyone on our team got any interest? Kobos, we're not selling Kobos. Romero, we're not selling Romero. Dallas, if we get rid of Dallas, that'd be great. Because he's Northern Irish. Klitsch we would sell, I guess. Oh no, we were just saying how good Klitsch is. Oh, Alowiski, why are you not on the transfer list? We want to sell you now. Alowiski would be a good one to get rid of, being he's Macedonian. That's not meant to be a Brexit-y type thing, but he would be good to get rid of. So let's take a look and see what that mission is. 5 consecutive wins. We're on 4 now. I think we got to 4 before and then we were offered this one and we didn't make it. I've heard some rumours that 5 wins are basically impossible in Master League. Some people might have managed it, but I expect this Bolton game to be very difficult. So we're out 2 attacking midfielders. Saï's luckily only out for 6 days. It's not the 14 weeks, but wow, I mean, that really does make our bench look pretty poor, doesn't it? Obviously, Big P.T. Pablo will come in and attack in midfield, and that's not a problem. It's just in terms of reinforcements off the bench, we're looking a little light. Ayling and Jansen need a rest, but actually, considering only 3 days later, I think we're doing okay here. Quick look at Bolton. They've got Sammy Amiobi out on the right. Good athlete. But a lot of 60 rated players in here, and Ben Elnwick in goal, only 67 rated. Vito Manoni's actually having a pretty good time of it. He's letting a few goals, sure, but a big, important save in that last game. Really kept us in it when we needed to. Right, let's make it 5 in a row. So as painful as it is to get all of these injuries, I have to say that it is one of the improvements to Master League that I was really hoping would happen, and we certainly are seeing more injuries this year than we did last year. I would say sort of 4 or 5 small injuries, maybe a week or two, and then maybe 1 or 2 big injuries is probably about realistic. It's hard to say. I don't know the stats, I don't have them to hand, but that feels about right. It seems to be what we're in line for here. Right, let's make it 5. Come on. Hernandez does really well. And now Kobos. Looks for Romero. Looks to hold off Wilson. Sees the overlap of Nkudu. Looks to take on Little. Turns him. Back to Kobos. Back to Whistler. This is very intricate here. Way too intricate. Hernandez, lovely ball. Into Nkudu. Puts it into the box. Harrison with the overhead kick. Wow, he hit that well. What a goal that would have been. Oh, Barcelona-esque around the edge of the box, and then to end that with a stunning overhead kick would have been surely a goal of the season contender. Oh, we sprung the gegenpress perfectly there, and Romero won't get to it. No, it was such good pressure there. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Really positive stuff. Winning it back by forcing them into making a mistake. Let's not be caught here though. Kobos finds Nkudu well. It's a good ball into Hernandez. Lovely ball over the top into Nkudu. Into Romero. No, that's a good bit of defending again. Doing all the right things. It'll lead to a goal eventually, as we saw in the last game. It's a good ball into Romero. He'll get the shot away from a difficult angle. Keeper did really well. And then the move breaks down, but 36 minutes gone. We're looking the most likely to score so far. So very boring half here. 43 minutes gone. Very little in the way of highlights. Can we end it on a high? With a goal from this corner, 43 minutes on the clock. We're going to go near post looking for Pontus Jansson. He'll get the flick on. Pizarro's there with the header. Oh, and the training ground move almost works to perfection. Guido Pizarro just couldn't keep his header down. It's ideal though, the big Swede on the near post. He actually played up front for a time when England played Sweden in the Russia World Cup. Little tip there, so we know he's good with his head in the box. He's definitely that option if we need him. Fortunately, Pizarro couldn't get to it. And that is half-time here at Ellen Road, and it's not looking great for Bolton, particularly, as they've had very little possession and not a single shot on target. We've had 60%, only 1 shot on target. Those stats don't quite add up. Something's not quite right. If we keep playing the way we are, I feel like we can get that 5th win. That very rare, that almost mythical 5th win. Let's do it. Oh, it's good pressure as we force them all the way back to the keeper. He has to go long. If Bernardo can win this, we'll win the ball back. And now Hernandez. Into Romero. Looks to hold off his man. Does really well. Can slip it into Nkudu now. Into the box. Hernandez is there. That's not a smart pass. Not a smart pass at all. Oh, Isla. Overpowered by Noon. Isla still with him though. Makes it up for it very well. You're not going to get it off an experienced professional like Isla and not have him come back at you. Pride on the line for the Chilean there, and he did really well. Kobos into Pizarro. Hernandez ships it wide to Harrison. First time ball into Isla. Mauro Isla now into the box. Hits it. Oh, he's put it wide. No. What another great counter-attack that was. Lovely one-touch passing. This ball out here to Harrison was beautiful. Simple chip into Isla. One-on-one opportunity there. For the wing-back. Just couldn't finish it off. The chances are coming. We've got to finish them though. Oh, Bernardo. Strong. No, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Murphy complaining about nothing there. Bernardo got a lot of the ball. This is a dangerous position here. Is it going to be Noon to hit this one? Lots of men in the wall. Oh, and it's in. No. That is so against the run of play. The wall was beaten by the dummy run. And then Benoni beaten by the... Oh, it was a good free kick. Oh, suddenly they're all passing. They're all confidence here. Jansson gets one tackle in and then another. Wants to make amends, and now the big Swede will look to drive it forward. Looks to slip in a great ball to Nkudu. First time into Romero. Back to Nkudu. Oh! Just couldn't get it out of his feet. Couldn't get the shot off. Isla. Time running out here rapidly. Bamford lays it off to Klitsch. Can we time the right ball here into Paddy B? Cuts back. Inside. No. It's just too slow on the turn there. He's got the turning circle of a fucking yacht. And they're going to cut this on the break here. And that is game over. I can't believe it. Can't believe a sneaky 1-0 win here for Bolton. It's just not on. It's just not on at all. Well, that is football sometimes. There's just no other way of looking at it. Maybe that 5th win is it's just unrealistic. I mean, to be fair to Bolton, they only allowed us 2 shots on target. Should have done a lot better. Got no excuses, really. We had the chances. We created good opportunities, at least. We didn't take them, and then we were punished. As rightly we should be. You can't take the chances at home against a side like Bolton, then you don't deserve all 3 points. We certainly didn't today. Oh dear, what a shame. Down into 5th. Where are Bolton? Oh, they were so far down the league as well. That's really disappointing. Swansea City are getting a little bit of daylight now. We need to keep Stoke City in sight for that automatic spot. 4 points ahead of us. We did lose to them as well. That was unfortunate. So we've got a little bit of a rest now. In the next episode, we will be on to transfer deadline day. Kobos has had a bid in from St Etienne. We can't really let him go anywhere. Fortunately, that mission didn't go well. I don't think you lose any points for not fulfilling that mission. It's just a shame. I think we might have lost 1% owner trust there. Let's keep it at 22. We don't want to drop any lower than that. Negotiations. Yeah, it was a bid in for Kobos. We can't sell him. He's a player we absolutely drastically need. So there's no way he's going anywhere. Unfortunately, we can't sell Shaughnessy. Although 400,000 wouldn't really help much anyway. And the scouts got something for us. Joe Gomez, obviously. I mean, that is an example of a really unrealistic signing. Seamus Coleman as well. He could play at central midfield. He might be good as that wing back in the place of Isla when he eventually leaves. But not for now. Well, there we go. That's a real kick in the teeth. Let me know what you think in the comments about Brunetta. 22 years old, classic number 10. Good dribbler. 73 finishing as well. I think this guy's a bit of an unearthed gem, I have to say. He's not quick, that is the only thing. And he's not particularly strong either. His balance is only 70. But good passer, good finisher, good on the ball, low attacking prowess. He's got a few skills. Quite an adaptable player, can play in almost any position outside of the defence. Only 22 years old, and a straight swap deal for Berardi, pretty much, with only $1 million going the other way. I think we would probably look to do both of these if we could. Bringing in yet more Argentinians into the side. I think we could just about manage that with Bamford going out, but then we would be maxed out. Next episode, we do have another 2 games in very quick succession. We're away to Rotherham, and then we travel to Sheffield. Those could easily be derbies. I feel like every single game's a derby. I'm pretty sure Sheffield is. And then it doesn't get any easier as we go up against 3rd and 1st place in the episode after that. So we've got a very busy couple of weeks here in the next 2 episodes. And then we've got a little bit more space between the games. And then will we make it to the playoffs? Well, that's the plan. And if we do make it to the playoffs, I will be doing a playoff live stream. And that'll be a good old laugh, I can promise you that. Probably be a few weeks away now. I'll see you in a bit.